One HVAC indoor air handler. Yay! Furnace, venting, cooling. Okay. So on the furnace side, our gas piping is in the way. You want people stepping on your gas pipe? I don't want people stepping on my gas pipe. So it's supposed to be built up with a curb or something to protect that. So the technician comes up here. He's in a hurry. It's hot up here. You think he's going to care about that? I doubt it. Very seriously. We do not have a care and use manual. Now going into the cooling system, and I'm going to kind of like double up here. Well, not just yet. This is kind of a roofing note, but if you can see daylight coming through there, water can come through there. We get some daylight around our furnace flue. Daylight seen from the attic, from the rooftop. And on the cooling side, we got a nice safety pan here. See them rust out for 5 years? I should tell you about that. But it doesn't come all the way to the edge. Water can run out across these and drip down. There really should be, and maybe there could be an argument for this, that this is going uphill right here, and so the water would stay in this area, and then this would be a moot point. I'm going to write it up. I'm going to let everybody have a discussion about it, about that crazy home inspector. Okay, I believe I wrote this up already, but we've got a shallow P-trap. It's insulated, we got a shallow P-trap. Alright. I don't have a care and use manual. I don't have installation instructions. I don't know if they allow a shallow P-trap, but most don't. They sell it at the supply store. I get that. Cheaper, easier, faster. I totally get that. Is it right? No, it's not right. Okay, so then what we've got over here is on this side of the P-trap, we got an air. This should be capped off. Okay, on this side is a vent. On this side is access for blowing out and stuff. So I can just kind of feel it blowing. Okay, so it's blowing. So what's happening? And this pipe goes down to the sewer. So that's why we don't want a shallow P-trap. Okay, because the sewer gas can come up this way, come up in here, go around your house. Without a cap right here, okay, path of least resistance, this thing's running and running and running, raking air across these coils. Okay, when the air is raked across the coils, heat goes to less heat, so it's taking the heat out so the air can be redistributed as cool and dehumidified, because the whole process of cooling the air, just like a glass of tea, you're going to have condensation, and it just stays up in the coils. It doesn't drain down the drain like it's supposed to, because it's just sitting here. You don't have enough resistance. Put this on here, and then the water will go down the drain like it's supposed to. So what happens is you've stored all this water because you don't have the cap. The system cycles off. Boom! All this water stored up here. It rains. It just drops. Okay? The water drops, floods this trap. Okay? This trap becomes self-cleaning, like a roller coaster. And then when the water stops, the trap's left dry, sewer gases come back up through there. Also, doesn't drain like it's supposed to, doesn't have the cap on it, kicks off, all the water falls down. And then we start seeing water and rust in new pans. Why is that? Why would a new pan do that? So you don't want to do that. Okay, go a little farther to venting. So we've got a 20 by 25 by 1 by 4 or 1. They've got a 1 up here. You got these suitcase buckles. You got a dirty air filter. The air filter changed when you move in, because you start with a baseline. That's not the only air filter. We have over here air induction, fresh air induction. Keep us a healthy house. This is a tightly sealed house. We got radiant barriers. We got 16 inches of insulation. We've got vinyl frame double pane windows. So we gotta bring fresh air into the system, and this system has a filter too. It's a little 10 by 10 air filter. Now what's amazing about these 10 by 10 air filters is they're like kids' tennis shoes. They're not cheap. You think, well, it's just a kid, you know, it costs as much as my grown-ups' tennis shoes. But you know, that filter will cost as much or more than this filter. So, you know, on move-in, we should have our air filters replaced. And then we got a good starting point. Get all the construction. Got a little bit of kinked air duct. Sagging air duct. Not supposed to have more than a 1/2 inch sag. Sagging.